Hi, everyone, and welcome to our podcast series on internal communication strategies. I'm Yogesh.
And I'm Lily. We are thrilled to kick off this journey with you, diving into the world of internal communication, where strategy meets storytelling and culture meets clarity.
Exactly. Today's episode sets the stage for everything to come. We're exploring the foundation of internal communication, what it really is, why it matters, and how organizations can benefit from getting it right.
Internal communication is often treated as an afterthought, but in reality, it's the nervous system of any organization. It holds everything together.
Absolutely. Think of it like this. If strategy is the brain, then internal communication is the neural network that ensures every limb, every team, every department understands the signals and can respond in alignment.
I love that metaphor. So, Yogesh, to get us started, how would you define internal communication in the simplest terms?
In the simplest terms, internal communication is the structured flow of information within an organization, from leadership to teams, between departments, across levels, and even back up from employees to the top. It's about enabling connection, clarity, and culture.
That's such a clear definition. And I think we should emphasize the two-way nature of internal communication. It's not just top-down anymore, right?
Right. That old top-down model doesn't cut it in today's dynamic workplaces. Modern internal communication is multi-directional. It's top-down, bottom-up, peer-to-peer, and even cross-functional.
So let's break down why it's important. Why should leaders care? Why invest in it?
Great question. Let's unpack 5 core reasons. Alignment. Everyone understands the mission and goals. Engagement. Employees feel heard and connected. Productivity. Less confusion, fewer mistakes. Culture. Communication shapes values and behaviors. Trust. Transparent communication builds credibility.
Those are powerful, especially culture and trust. Two words we hear a lot, but they're hard to pin down. Communication brings them to life, doesn't it?
It really does. You can't build culture through posters or perks alone. You build it through consistent, meaningful communication, how decisions are shared, how recognition is expressed, how bad news is handled.
That's deep, and I think we need to call out the hidden costs of poor internal communication, too. What do you typically see?
Good point. Poor internal communication leads to misaligned teams, low morale, high turnover, missed deadlines, customer dissatisfaction, and perhaps most dangerous, silence. When people stop speaking up, it signals a breakdown.
That's a scary but true insight. Silence in a company can be a sign of fear, confusion, or disengagement, none of which are good.
Exactly. So to build a solid foundation, let's introduce 3 pillars of strong internal communication. Clarity. Be direct and jargon-free. Consistency. Avoid contradictions, repeat the message. And accessibility. Right message, right time, right platform.
That's a great framework. Can we double-click on each one for our listeners?
Absolutely. Let's start with clarity. Every message, whether it's an email from the CEO or a Slack update from HR, needs to be free from ambiguity. Say what you mean. Use plain language.
That's so true. We often assume people understand what we mean, but they don't. And clarity is kindness, isn't it?
It really is. Now, consistency. People remember what you repeat. If you keep changing the message, trust erodes. Leaders need to align across functions to reinforce the same message verbally and behaviorally.
That's especially crucial during change. If HR says one thing and finance says another, people feel lost.
Exactly. And finally, accessibility. Not every employee sits at a desk. You have field workers, remote staff, global teams. You have to tailor your channels and timing to reach everyone effectively.
This brings up the topic of communication channels, which we'll explore in more depth in the next episode. But for now, let's touch on the tools briefly.
Sure. Internal communication tools range from formal ones like intranets, emails and town halls, to informal ones like chat platforms, huddles, and leadership drop-ins.
And the choice of channel should match the type of message, right?
Exactly. Big strategic shifts need high-touch channels. Casual updates can go on digital boards or Slack. The medium should match the message's weight and emotional tone.
That's a golden insight. So, Yogesh, before we wrap up, what would you say are the first steps any organization should take to strengthen its internal communication?
I'd say start by doing 3 things. Audit your current practices, what's working, what's not. Talk to your people, use surveys, interviews, feedback loops, and craft a communication strategy with purpose, audiences, channels, and cadence.
I love that. Audit, listen, plan. And all of this is something we'll guide our listeners through across this entire series.
Yes, this podcast is a journey. We'll walk through communication audits, tools, leadership messaging, change communication, crisis protocols, the works.
So exciting. Thank you, Yogesh, for kicking this off with such clarity and vision. I'm looking forward to episode 2, where we'll dive into communication channels and choosing the right tools.
Thank you, Lily. To our listeners, thank you for tuning in. Reflect on your internal communication this week. What's working? What's feeling broken? Start there. If you found this episode of Corporate Communication useful, don't forget to join us leadershipacademy.tagbizzsutra.com. Do share it with your friends and colleagues and leave your review. Until next time, keep communicating with purpose.